This is Movietone. Lionel Gamlin reporting. Epsom Downs and the 163rd renewal of the Derby Stakes. The Derby to you. Throughout the war years, the greatest of all classics had been evacuated. But now in 1946, it's back at its old home, and apart from the miserable weather, it looked very much like 1939. Tipsters, bookies, jellied eels. In fact, all the usual Derby scenes.
This year's off. You say ridiculous. White jacket. £60 a three, white jacket down to 800. I've got a horse. I've two on the veil. Come on, Gordon, when they're round there. Lovely ewes, quality ewes, lovely crop. 16 stone 2 pounds. Get on the scale, Daddy. Combination!
As usual, Movietone were there, filming this time from a scaffolding tower 120 feet high, a tower which dominated the landscape. The results you'll see later. Incidentally, a view of the race you wouldn't have got even if you'd been at Epsom. The King and Queen were present and for the first time drove down the course as they do at the Ascot meeting. On this occasion, however, closed cars had to be used. Queen Mary and Princess Elizabeth accompanied their Majesties. About 250,000 people were on the Downs, in spite of the weather, which still showed very little signs of breaking. It was more like January than June. But the Derby's the Derby, whatever the weather, and the 17 runners and their jockeys were ready in the paddock, hoping that this chance might bring them fame and fortune. The parade gave Movietone a chance to offer you a close-up of the runners. All this lamp having been scratched, it was led by number 2, Lord Astor's Fast and Fair. Then came Bridle Path, number 3, owned by Mr. Barrington. Sir Richard Brooke's Peterborough, which was well fancied. Number 6, Friar Tuck. Number 7, Happy Night, carrying the hopes of thousands, and Hispaniola, number 8. Next came number 9, Neapolitan, anxious to be at the starting gate. And Sky High having been scratched, number 11, Lord Derby's Gulfstream. Number 12, White Jacket. Number 13, an outsider called Airborne. Something familiar about that name, surely. Number 14, Sunstroke. Khaled, the Aga Khan's horse, a much-discussed runner, and 17, Radiotherapy. 18, Edward Tudor, whom many people thought might give Gordon Richards his first Derby victory. 19, Massif, and bringing up the rear of the parade, Royal Commission and Qui Va La. During the parade, the weather suddenly cleared, and the sun came out just in time for the start of the first real post-war Derby. They were off to a good start, all except Friar Tuck, and away they race on the 1.5 mile dash to the winning post. Up the hill in a bunch with Gulfstream, Khaled, White Jacket, Qui Va La, Happy Night and Peterborough all well placed. After a 1/4 mile, Qui Va La has fallen back, but Gulfstream's still there. Gulfstream, Khaled and Peterborough still well in the running. The crowd obviously thought they could run across to the post before the horses. Maybe they could, I don't know. But by now the field were racing towards Tattenham Corner, with Carlett and Peterborough in the lead, Happy Night and Gulfstream not far behind, and Radiotherapy and Edward Tudor moving up. Round Tattenham Corner, with Carlett and Peterborough still in the lead, Gulfstream on the inside and going well, and Radiotherapy there too. On the way home, Edward Tudor came along fast. For a while it looked as if Gordon Richards would at last achieve his ambition of winning a derby. Suddenly Airborne, the only grey in the race, who'd been lying back a bit, started to glide up. With a steady spurt, he was soon among the leaders. There he is on the far side, jockey wearing the hoop shirt. Watch him take the lead. As he got to the front, Airborne swerved out, but Lowry straightened him in time, and he raced on to win by a length at 50-1 with Gulfstream second and Radiotherapy third. Well, that was how Airborne won the 1946 Derby. Only the fourth grey to have done so, and incidentally completely upsetting all the expert forecasts. His owner, Mr. Ferguson, is reported to have said afterwards, "I had a little each way on Airborne. All I can say is I wish I'd had a lot."